ConnecTogether creates opportunities for people living with disabilities by providing information, resources, and programming geared towards greater inclusion and quality of life. Check out some of the programs we offer through our online learning platform, ConnecTogether, including our Service Mondays, where we highlight a local organization or initiative. Wednesday Chair Yoga with Bobbie Seale-Cobiskey. Thursday Adapted Fitness with Megan Williamson. Friday Rotating Dance Classes hosted by Janice Lawrence and Joanne Cuff. And other initiatives, including presentations by the Disabled Independent Gardeners Association's Growable program and our Perspective series. Check out our updated programs calendar on our website, connectra.org, or find us on Facebook at ConnecTogether Society.
Okay, you can start.
Thanks, Counselor. So good day, everyone, and welcome to your adapted seated yoga practice. And so today I thought I would share a little piece of writing. So often I like to do that as a way to hopefully inspire you in your yoga practice. And this little piece I read a while back and it really spoke to me. And so it's a little bit lengthy. So I hope not so much so that that you're not able to take it in. And so maybe just begin by finding a comfortable sitting position. Sit in a way that you feel the most at ease. And you might roll your shoulders back and down just a few times. And then an invitation to relax your arms by your side or wherever feels most comfortable for you. And so I am moved into the screen a little closer today because there's crazy fall winds here on the Sunshine Coast today. So I want to make sure that you can hear me. Anyway, so the little piece of writing is by Donna Farhi, and she is a seasoned yoga teacher. And so she wrote, many of us entered the world of yoga through the door marked physical. In measuring our success, it is too easy to make direct correlations between our physical adeptness or lack thereof and the state of our souls. We must begin to reevaluate our measuring devices so that our sense of satisfaction with ourselves and others is not identified with physical form. If we measure ourselves on the ruler, the back bends we can do, the arm balances we have mastered, and the flexibility of our hips, we will find ourselves cast adrift the moment any of these attributes, is taken from us. Life gives and life takes. Through injuries, aging, life changes, and sheer economics, we may find that we can do what we could do yesterday. Will we then pronounce ourselves failures? And so bear with me one more paragraph. And so my partner tells me the purpose of yoga practice is very simple: to open the heart. I can think of no better definition. When students query me about the right way in doing things correctly, I ask them to reframe their questions. I ask them to measure their success in their postures, not by how far they went or by how aware they were in each moment. I ask them to judge the correctness of their positions, not by what they look like, but by what makes them feel most alive, most present, most whole. Lastly, instead of how many hours did I spend on the mat today, we can ask, how did I live my practice in every moment of the day? I fear that something is tragically missing in hatha yoga, so general yoga in the mainstream. When I see someone who through the most diligent, etc., etc. Actually, I'm just going to leave it at that. Hopefully, some of that resonated with you, and if it did, wonderful, and if it didn't, that's okay too. We'll just set it aside. And so an invitation to find a space where you are supporting your spine. Come forward away from the back of the chair now so that you feel you're sitting forward on your sits bones, if possible. Alternatively, if you need the back of the chair would like some support for your back, one alternative might be to place a rolled sticky mat along your spine. And that can help counter some of the collapsing that we do in our chest. And so, yeah. Sitting up tall, an invitation to soften your gaze. And so your gaze might move downwards. Ground down through your sits bones. Maybe notice where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Our Buddha belly is soft. Spine is long, shoulders back and down. Relax your arms by your side or wherever it's most comfortable for you. Lift up through the crown of your head. So you might imagine you have a thread on top of your head and it's pulling you up to the sky. Our chin is level with the floor, tucked in slightly. Angie, can you hear me, love? So our attention moves inward. Allow your facial muscles to soften and release. And then an invitation to notice your alignment. So knees, ankles, hips, shoulders stacked over hips. And then when you're ready, I'd like to invite you to join me in a practice that I like to call mindful movement. So as you're ready, an invitation to reach your arm up to the sky. And then slowly float your arm down. So 3 more times, same side. Reaching up to the sky. Reach up as high as feels comfortable for you. And slowly float your arm down. And this time, let's explore linking our breath with our movement. On inhale, reaching up, full length of your inhale. On exhale, float your arm down, the full length of your exhale. It's as if on our inhale, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end point. On exhale, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Relax both arms down by your side or wherever feels most comfortable for you. And we'll begin this gentle practice on the other side. So it's ready, reach your arm up to the sky. And slowly float your arm. Gentle movement, reaching up to the sky. And slowly float your arm. So this time, let's explore connecting our breath with our movements. On inhale, reach up, full length of your inhale. On exhale, float your arm down, the full length of your exhale. It's as if on our inhale, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end point. On exhale, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Relax both arms down by your side. And when you're ready, if you'd like, and it's available to you, reaching both arms up to the sky. Take a look between your palms if it doesn't create tension in your neck, and notice if they're facing each other. Hold your fingers in, press into the palms of your hands. There's a sensitive point in the palms of our hands. And together we can shout out, I am. I can. And I will.
And I will.
I really. So reaching up one more time. Up to the sky as high as feels comfortable for you. And this time on your exhale, making a pause. Woohoo, it's yoga time. And so let's repose. Ground through your feet, centering ground through the soles of your feet. So we want to keep our connection with Mother Earth. We tend to start losing it. Down through your sits bones, maybe notice where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Our Buddha belly is soft, spine is long, shoulders back and down. Relax your arms by your side, pardon me, or wherever feels most comfortable for you. Lift up through the crown of your head. So imagine you have a thread pulling you up to the sky.
Under my Google, and it says I do not have access.
So a gentle reminder, special request, if you could put yourself on mute to lessen any noise or distraction. So from here, an invitation to join me in a practice to release the tension in our neck and shoulders. So it's ready, gently bring your chin towards your chest. And then looking up, maybe your eyes meet where the ceiling meets the wall. And so gentle movement. So anytime we begin these simple, gentle movements with our neck, it's a cue for our nervous system to begin to calm. And then it's ready, head back to neutral, and then bring your ear towards your shoulder, and then moving from side to side. You see if you can create a little Buddha smile, a little half smile. And so when we smile, it releases saliva. You want a nice juicy mouth and juicy body. As ready, bring your head back to neutral, and then turn your gaze, looking just past your shoulder. Pause, and then visualize moving your chin up and down slightly. So imagination is powerful. As ready, move your head back through center, turning your gaze, looking just past your opposite shoulder. Pause, visualize moving your chin up and down slightly. And then bring your head back to neutral. And so essentially we've moved our cervical spine, our neck through its range of motion. Now we're going to move down along our spine. And so it's ready with your hands resting on your mat. I'm going to transition into a practice called cat and cow. So on an inhale, drawing your hands in towards your hips, lift your heart, your solar plexus, or arching your back. On exhale, round your back. Hands slide towards your knees. As you round your back, draw your belly in towards your spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. An invitation in your own time and rhythm to keep this gentle warm up or massage if you'd like for your spine flowing. So move in a way that feels natural for you. So natural that your movements and your breath become one. And slowly make your way back to your neutral spine. take a moment, and then when you're ready, reaching towards the floor, and holding on to the side of the chair. Moving from side to side. So you might inhale to one side, exhale to the other side. So motion is notion. We need to keep moving. If it works for you, you can imagine that you're seated between two panes of glass. So shoulder stacked over shoulder. Come on back to neutral spine. Rest your hands on your lap.
Ikoria.
Yo, Marnie, just want to let you know that good luck.
Well, that.
Yeah. And so when you're ready, let's come into a gentle twist. So twisting from side to side. So this is a gentle twist. We're not going into our full range of motion. Come back to neutral spine. Give your hands a little shaken. And so I'd like to invite you to bring your hands together, rub your palms vigorously, energize your hands, warm up your hands. And so there's actually research now that shows what we've always known, that our hands are connected not only to our mind, but to our heart as well. So I'd like you to take your hands just a little apart. You might notice a bit of heat or warmth. Maybe a little wider. And closer together. And then rub your palms together again. This time as you're rubbing your hands, I want you to notice where in your body you're holding stress or tension. And then see if you can bring some of that loving energy from your hands to that area. The wind is unreal today, so if I blow away, I'll be in the back 40 somewhere in the trees. So hopefully you can all still hear me well. And so I want you to think of a new place or notice. So tuning in, our bodies talk to us. Take your hands to a different place. And so when you're ready, an invitation to take your fingers to the outside corners of your eyebrows, tap. If you're wearing glasses, you might want to remove them for this practice. Tap the inside corners of your eyebrows. Tap underneath your nose. Tap your chin. Tap underneath your collarbones. Tap under your armpit. So if you're wearing a bra, about halfway down your bra strap. Tap the outside corners of your eyebrows. Remember your little Buddha smile. Tap the inside corners of your eyebrows. Tap underneath your nose. Tap your chin. Tap under your collarbones. Tap under your armpit. Lots of lymph nodes in our armpit area. Tap the outside corners of your eyebrows. inside corners of your eyebrows. Tap under your nose. Tap your chin. Tap under your collarbones. Tap under your armpits. Tap the outside corners of your eyebrows. Tap the inside corners of your eyebrows. Tap underneath your nose. Tap your chin. Tap under your collarbones. Reach across your armpits. And release. So from here, I'd like to practice of face yoga with you. And so we're gonna make some nasty faces. And so one of the more difficult places to release tension, my understanding, is our face. And so when you're ready, an invitation to open your mouth wide. And relax. Already I see some of you smiling. And so open your mouth wide again. This time, I want you to see if you can bring your lips over your teeth. And relax. And this time, let's see if we can pull all our facial muscles towards our nose. Just bit into a lemon. And relax. So if it's available to you, make a soft fist. So if you're blessed with a yoga buddy can help with this practice by maybe doing some of the hand positions and so on. So soft fist, take it up to your jaw and create resistance. So we hold a lot of tension in our jaw, often bringing us into the day to the next. We don't want to stay there too long, however. We don't want to create lockjaw. One over to the other side. When you're ready, reach your hand up and over, place it on the side of your head, create resistance. Let your belly soften, your breath is quiet. Other side. Release is ready. Take your hands. So I like to interlace my fingers, but however you're able to take your hands to the base together at the base of your skull, do. And if you're not able to reach for whatever reason, again, Yoga Buddy can help with this. Or if you happen to be, if you're a wheelchair user, you have a headrest, maybe pressing your head against your headrest. So press your head gently against your hand. And release. All right, so let's do some movements with our hands. A few more movements. So imagine you're playing air piano. And so most of us, I'm presuming, use our hands more than our feet. And so this movement is getting synovial fluid. Mother Nature's WD-40 went into all the little joints in our hands. Turn your palms face up. Take your fingertips to touch your thumbs. So they might touch, they might not. So focus on what we can do. Stretch your palms. Fingertips to touch your thumbs. Stretch your palms. Fingertips to thumbs. Stretch your palms, fingertips to thumbs. Rest your hands on your lap and then circle your wrists in one direction and then reverse. And then switch sides. So you might notice that one of your wrists is tighter than the other. So just as human beings, we tend to be tighter. And when you're ready, I'd like to invite you to extend your arms, stretch your palms, make tight fists, and draw your elbows back. Stretch your palms, tight fists, draw your elbows back. I feel your shoulder blades moving towards each other. Stretch your palms, tight fists, draw your elbows back. When you're ready, release your arms by your side. We'll get some synovial fluid into our elbow joints. So it's ready. Spiral your palms open. Bend your elbows, palms face away, and release. Spiral your palms open. Bend your elbows, palms face away, and release. When you're ready, take your hands up to your shoulders or wherever you can reach comfortably, and then an invitation to imagine you're drawing circles on your screen with your elbow points. So take a pause anytime you like or on my cue, and then reverse the direction. And release. Okay, so I'd like you to begin to move your arms in ways you don't typically move. And so you might imagine that your arms are like seaweed at the bottom of the ocean. And the seaweed is making its way up towards the light. So stretch into the stretch. Get bigger in space. We tend to shrink. And then I'd like you to notice where your body is talking to you and send your breath there. And so, of course, our breath is part of our life force. And then maybe noticing where in your body, maybe you feel like there's not so much energy moving through. All the more reason to send your breath there. And then just finishing up wherever your body's still talking to you. And then it's ready, come on back to stillness. Rest your hands on your lap, palm up or down as desired. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Maybe observing the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. And so from here, let's come into a practice that I like to call finding our balance. And so the best definition of balance that I've heard to date is by Matthew Sanford. And he was one of my mentors, teachers, in a workshop teaching yoga teachers how to teach people living with disabilities. And so he himself is a para, spinal cord injured. And so his description would be balance, the equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. Worth repeating. Balance, the equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. And so we are going to be moving gently forward and back in the chair. So if you don't balance, it's a challenge for you. Make sure you have whatever device you need to keep you stable in your chair. And so let's repose. Make sure your feet are placed evenly on the floor, sits bones are sharp on the chair. Spine is long, shoulders back and down. On inhale, lengthen your spine so we can create space in our vertebrae. And then hinging from the hips, come forward. Noticing that sometimes when you come into forward fold, our chin wants to jut up. So tuck your chin in slightly. And then rock back up. So in your own time and rhythm, an invitation to keep this gentle movement flowing. For a few more breaths, or as long as feels comfortable. And so it can be interesting to practice these gentle movements with our eyes closed. Slowly come on back to neutral spine. Relax your arms by your side. Take a moment, notice how you feel. So from here, I'd like to invite you with your hands at your hips. Circle your heart forward and then back. As you begin to feel your lower back, your hips soften and release, see if you can go a little bit deeper. And then it's ready, reverse the direction. So bring a gentle awareness to the space in front of you. Bring your awareness to the space beside you. Notice how that makes you feel. And bring your awareness to the space above you, and especially to the space behind you. And trust that you are being supported. And so, of course, I like to think in terms of we. We are, we can, and we will. And so make your way back to neutral spine. Relax your arms by your side and take a rest. You notice how you feel. And so from here, I'd like to move into gentle heart opener and meditation in the heart. And so when you're ready, take your hands to your heart center. So when your palms open, your palms together. So at this placement of your hands makes you lose your balance. Might be alternatively placing your hands on your Buddha belly feels good. And so as you're ready, send your arms out to the side. And then making soft fists. So making soft fists is good if you have arthritis in your hands. Taking your hands back to your heart center, maybe your Buddha belly. So in your own time and rhythm, for a few more breaths, and as long as feels comfortable. This gentle heart opener flowing. And so if you'd like, imagine the sun at your heart center. On your inhales, as you extend your arms up and away, imagine the radiant light of the sun radiating out all around you. And then gather that light and bring it back inside. So it's a symbol of the light that's always inside us. Inhale. This time on your exhale, making a humming sound. So bumblebee breath. Inhale. So you might notice the sound lengthens our exhale. Place one hand on your heart center, the other on your Buddha belly. And maybe take a moment to feel the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. Check the time, make sure we're on track. And so from here, I'd like to move a little more deeper into the movements of the spine. And so feet are placed evenly on the floor, on your footrest. Bones are sharp on the chair. Spine is long, shoulders back and down. Lift up through the crown of your head. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. So from here, we'll come into a side bend. So take hold of the underside of your chair, release your opposite arm by your side. Spiral your palm open. On inhale, reach up and over. Turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck and breathe into your rib cage. So can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? Slowly come out of the pose on this side. And we'll come into it on the other side. So take hold of the underside of the chair. If you're a wheelchair user, you might have an armrest. You can place your forearm on your armrest if that works for you. Release your opposite arm by your side. Turn your palm face up. Soft, bending your elbow, nothing rigid. Reach up and over. Knees down towards the floor. Keep your sit bone on the chair. And release. So let's practice this one more time on each side. And so you notice if you feel a little difference. And so take hold of the underside of your chair, release your opposite arm by your side, palm face up, soft bend in your elbow. Inhale, reach up, and then side bend. Can you feel you're creating space in your rib cage? And release. So it's ready, other side. And release. Out of the pose. We'll shake up. It's actually a little bit nippy. Feel my hands are cold. So if you're cold, one of the ways I learned you can warm up your hands is just put your hands up to the sky and shake them. Or let's do this. I haven't taught this in ages. Let's open and close. Open and close. Reaching up a little higher, maybe. And release. Right. So let's do a practice called breath of joy. So of course, our breath happens naturally. However, in yoga, we have a practice called pranayama. And so pranayama simply means breath control. And so we can use our breath consciously to energize or to calm our nervous system. So this, it's early in the day still. So this is an energizing breath, and it's called breath of joy. And the way we practice it is 3 inhales through our nose, sniffs, and then a nice big exhale. And we can add arm movements to it if you'd like. So here we go. Inhale, 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 and drop. 2 more rounds. Breath of joy. Inhale, 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 and one more time. Inhale, 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 and just put your hands a little bit apart. Notice if you feel some subtle sensations between your hands. There's no right or wrong. Okay. And so from here, let's come into a seated twist. And so if possible, bring your feet so that they're a little wider than outer hip bone distance. Knees tracking over your ankles. Okay to have your feet turned out a little. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthen your spine. And then come into your twist by taking your hand to the outside of your opposite knee or thigh. Your other hand comes beside you on the chair or behind you. So you can see we're already into the twist at this point. So I want to share with you that there are some contraindications for folks who have osteopenia, osteoarthritis. You may have something else going on that you know that it's contraindicated for you to go into a deep twist. Please honor that. But this is your pose today. Alternatively, first, you can inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Begin from the base of your spine, looking up through your vertebrae. And your head turns left. Close your eyes softly, focused inward, or soften your gaze. And unwind. Back to neutral, take a moment. And we'll come into the twist on the other side. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. And so if you'd like, you could visualize this next movement or coming into it if you know that it's okay for you to do. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. So our head turns left. See if you can resist the temptation to move your head to its full range of motion. You notice how it feels just to unwind your head a little bit, untwist. And come on back to a neutral spot. So let's rock and roll. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, twist. So in your own time and rhythm, flowing in and out of that twist. Make sure you go into your twist on the exhale or you're wasting your time. Finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to a neutral spot. So side bends, twists are pretty intense spinal movements. So we need to realign our spine. And we can do that with the seated forward fold. And so I'd like you to take hold of the underside of your chair. Sit up nice and tall. Hinging from the hips, come forward. So lead with the heart, not the head. Let your head hang slightly to release the back of your neck. Walk your feet forward a little bit if that's helpful. And then breathe into your lower back. You might imagine that your lungs are in your lower back. Notice how you feel in the forward bend. So forward bends typically are calming for our nervous system. And then it's ready, come out of the pose by pressing down through your inner heel. So it might be a pushing down energetically. Place one hand on each of your thigh. Come on back. So from here, let's come into sun salutation. So sun salutations are fun, strengthening. And so when you're ready, I'd like you to come into your mountain pose. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach up to the sky, gentle back arch. Hinging from the hips, taking hold of the underside of your chair. Come forward and forward fold. Tuck your chin in slightly. Teach two different versions of downward facing dog. So for this version, rest your forearms on your lap if that's available to you. Pressing down through your inner heels, so downward facing dog. Baby cobra, place your hands on your thighs, draw your elbows in, lift your heart, lift up through the crown of your head. So imagine that baby cobra. Cat and cow, as you're ready, sliding your hands towards your knees, round your back. As you round your back, draw your belly in towards your spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Come back to neutral spine, and from here we'll come into warrior one. So it might be with the foot that you visualize the movement. So remember, the visualization is powerful. Feel as though you are doing the movement. So energy flows where thoughts and our breath go. So it's ready. Take your foot back underneath the chair, just under the front of the chair. Curl your toes under. If you'd like, you can add your opposite arm, reaching up. So warrior one, palm faces in. Float your arm down. Step your foot forward, hinging from the hips. Come into a forward bend. Spiral your palms open, reach up to the sky. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through to the heart. So bowing our head towards our heart gives us a little nerve flossing for our neck. So let's practice two more rounds, or one more round, pardon me. Arms by your side, palms face up, mountain pose. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach up into the sky, gentle back arch. Hinging from the hips, come into a forward fold. Take hold of the underside of your chair, chin in. Pressing down through your inner heels. I'll offer an alternative to the first downward facing dog. Reaching your arms up to the sky. So extend your hands towards maybe where the ceiling meets the wall. Place your hands on your thighs. Draw your elbows in. So baby cobra. Your heart, lift up to the solar earth. On exhale, cat and cow, round your back. As you round your back, draw your navel in towards your spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Come back to neutral spine. So warrior one on the other side. Tuck your toes, your foot under the front of your chair, toes tucked under. Reach your opposite arm up to the sky. Warrior one. Float your arm down. Step your foot forward. Hinging from the hips. So come forward with a flat back. Spiral your palms open. Reach up to the sky. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through to the heart. Place one hand on your Buddha belly, the other on your heart center. And take a moment to feel the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. And so come on, seated comfortably back in your chair. So we're going to come down off the mountain. And I'd like to share a meditation. So it'll be two parts today. Meditation on the spine today. And so I'd like you to, sitting comfortably, effortlessly upright, your chin's tucked in slightly. I'd like you to visualize the entire length of your spinal column. And then on your next inhale, I want you to imagine that you're breathing in from your tailbone all the way up along your spinal column, right up through to the crown of your head. And then on your exhale, exhale from the crown of your head, down along your spinal column, to the tip of your tailbone. And so, an invitation, keep this breathing technique, meditation if you'd like, going in your own time and rhythm. So it might be that on your inhales you'll feel a lightness, and on your exhales, a grounding sensation. And so allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm. And maybe noticing if you felt a subtle shift in your energy. And so I'd like to reintroduce mudras. So mudras were created to help us focus our mind. And the mudra I'd like to share with you today is called the mudra of calm abiding. And so simply, it's resting your hands on your lap, palms face open, palms down. Draw your hands in towards your hips. So when we take our hands into mudra, if you'd like, you can think of it as connecting with your higher self or your higher power. And then an invitation to look down and into your heart. See what you can see. And then to breathe into your heart. Breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. So we'll sit and breathe together just for a few moments with a gentle reminder. Breathing. Come into whatever comfortable seated position you'd like for your final relaxation. So if you have a super deluxe wheelchair and you'd like to recline in your chair, feel free to recline in your chair. Alternatively, if you have a yoga mat, you can place that along your spine. Or if you're able to move your chair and place it against a wall, you can maybe lean back in your chair, knowing that you're stable with the wall behind you. And so roll your shoulders back and down just a few times. We're not scrunching our shoulder blades together, but allowing our shoulders to soften away from our ears. Rest your hands on your lap, palm up or down as desired. Close your eyes softly if that feels comfortable for you, or soften your gaze. So your gaze might move downwards. Soft palms, soft Buddha belly, the area between our navel and our pubic bone. Quiet breath. Allow your breath to breathe itself. Relax your jaw and clench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Imagine a wide forehead. Silently, if you'd like, on inhale, saying let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. It's challenging to calm the mind, quiet the mind, placing our hands on our Buddha belly, bringing our awareness to our breath. Without changing anything, bring your awareness back to your breath. Thank your body again. And so our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. And so, peace, peace, peace. Thank you. Notice how you feel before and after your yoga practice. Questions or feedback, always love to hear from you. So Kassar and my lovely tech host, will hang out for a few minutes. Otherwise, have an amazing rest of the day. And I'm just going to come in a little closer so I can see your beautiful faces.
Thanks, Bobbie.
Thanks, Marnie.
Oh, you're muted, Teresa. There you go.
Thanks, Bobbie. Thanks, Connectra.
There. Thank you.
Hi, Teresa.
Hi, it's great to be doing this with you. Thank you very, very much.
Oh, you're welcome, love. Thanks for the feedback. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I did my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
It's windy in Vancouver as well.
Yeah.
sometimes I don't hear you because the microphone does pick up the wind.
Yeah.
I wondered.
You were phasing in and out with sort of vibrations from the wind.
Wow. Yeah, it is like super windy. It just comes and it goes. And so maybe next time I'll take it indoors when it's this windy.
Maybe.
It was still doable. We could see you.
Oh yeah, we can follow your actions. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, have an amazing day. And I hope to see you again next week.
Okay. Thanks very much.
It was a
Bye.
pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye.